the blessing of even years, 10, 12, 14, the state of the growth on and off the field for the Giants in 16, and by the way, when are you going to start selling series tickets for 16?
Well, first of all, we feel very blessed with the support, Rick. I mean, it was, this is our 24th year as an ownership group, and the fans, when we came in 1993, there was some question, is this a baseball town? Is this a baseball market? And the fans have proven that it really is. So much of it has to do with the facility. And it's sort of a virtuous circle or cycle, if you will. If you have a facility, that can give you the revenues. And if you have the revenues, you can put together a competitive team. So we feel very blessed. The fan support's been terrific. Those attendance numbers you mentioned. We have a smaller facility, 41,000 seats, but it works really well for us. And we're at about 99% capacity or 100% capacity. We've been sold out for 5 years. And we have partners like StubHub that help us a lot when we get in those situations, because fans that need to buy tickets in different ways because they can't get tickets through the primary market through us are well served by StubHub. But it's been a terrific run. We take nothing for granted. It's an even year, but that is only a sort of the nomenclature. We're going to fight for everything we can get this year.
And clearly you are, and we'll get to the entrepreneurial StubHub in just a second. But, Jerry Colangelo, we teased him, he'll be on in a few minutes. He says that when you get to the top, it's kind of hard to sustain. You got to live for the moment. In '92, you were almost out of here. Everybody was buying their tickets to Tampa Bay. And 25 years later, you've got 3 championships. How do you sustain that excellence? It's not just the park, it's you as well.
Well, I think a couple of things. One is there's got to be a culture. And we're very blessed, I think, Rick, to have a culture in the organization with people that are on the same page and working together. We've had in those 24 years since 1992, we've had a total of 3 general managers and a total of 3 field managers. So a lot of stability. The coaching staff has stayed together. The front office has largely stayed together. And we think that's important. In terms of the on-field, we've had a philosophy, and Brian Sabian brought it from the Yankees as he came over to become our assistant general manager in 1993 and our general manager in 1996, of winning and developing. We don't believe that they're necessarily mutually exclusive. So what's really important, because it's hard to build a team exclusively through free agents, what's really important is to home grow as much as possible in our mind, and then complement with free agents. So if you look at the Giants of 2016, we will have an infield that is entirely homegrown. Posey at first, Posey at catcher, Belt at first, Panic at second, Crawford at shortstop, Duffy at third. That allows us to spend some dollars where we don't have it all homegrown, such as the free agency that you mentioned, free agents that we signed like Johnny Cueto and Jeff Samardzija.
Yeah, well, and consistency of vision, which is really important as well, because 2000, Scott, StubHub, created by a couple of Stanford biz grads, and it came into a $350 million sale by eBay, they report. Now you're in the billions and growing every day. And back when I was growing up in the leather helmet days, it was scalping, and then it was secondary market, and then it was reselling. And now it's mainstream partnership with teams and leagues. How do you do it?
Well, you said it right. It's been an unbelievable ride for 15 years at StubHub, and it's legitimized a marketplace. But I think for us, it's so important that fan experience, we put it first. We want to make a transaction that is enabled on a device anywhere you are at any time, and we have to make that a seamless transaction. And we have fans now that are buying a ticket literally right in line. And so as a consumer internet e-commerce company, we have to be at the forefront of technology all the way through, and that's always been in our DNA.
What do you see about StubHub that made them a pioneer partner with you?
Well, it's really important that we have a good customer experience. As Scott said, we're in a lot of businesses, and we're in the business of winning baseball games, but we're in the customer service experience business. And so, for instance, everybody that is consumer-facing in the ballpark goes through a special, pretty intense, pretty rigorous training. And we want to make sure whoever we're recommending secondary market ticket sales to or ticket sales to has that same customer service philosophy. StubHub has it, and it's customer friendly, and that's why we're such good partners. In the end of the day, We've got to make sure that win or lose, the customer has a fulfilling experience. And it literally starts when they leave their home or when they're at their home, printing their tickets at their home, and then they're coming through public transportation or their own vehicle to the ballpark. We have to make sure that it's from leaving home to getting home. We have to care for that experience.